Hello, you're watching ERi-TV English news broadcast live from headquarters in Asmara. I'm Han Berhat. Let's first look at the top stories that are making headlines today. Announcement from the Ministry of Health. Meeting on role of community in development drives. Iran cyber attack causes widespread disruption at gas stations. China is looking to transform Greece's Piraeus port into the biggest harbor in Europe. 2 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 and tests carried out today at testing stations in Asmara Central region. On the other hand, 2 patients who have been receiving medical treatment in hospitals in the central region have recovered fully and have been discharged from these facilities. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly risen to 6,719, while the number of deaths stands at 45. The total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has increased to 6,800. Ministry of Health, Asmara, 27 October 2021. The governor of Gashbarka region, Ambassador Mahmoud Ali Houri, called on government institutions, PFDJ branches, and national organizations to reinforce and integrate efforts towards strengthening community-led implementation of development programs in the region. The government made the call during a meeting conducted in Bahrain 2 with public representatives, workers of government institutions, PFDJ, and national associations. Speaking at the meeting, Ambassador Mahmoud underlined the significance of integration of operations and strengthening internal capacity in the effective implementation of development drives, indicating that implementation of development programs have been conducted with a strong public participation. The governor called for strategy, endeavor, and ensuring the sustainability of increased public and workers' participation. Ambassador Mahmoud Ali Houri also highlighted, alongside the execution of development programs, the need for ensuring regular maintenance, proper utilization and social service provision institutions put in place in the region. The participants expressed readiness to strengthen contribution in the implementation of development programs and called for the sustainability of similar meetings. Vocational training was provided to over 183 youths, including 146 females in Berikh and Galanafhi subzones, Central Region. At the graduation ceremony conducted on 21 and 26 October, the head of National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students branch in the Central Region, Mr. Samson Kifles, stated that the 2 to 9 months long theoretical and practical trainings, including poultry, bee farming, beauty salon, administration and management, as well as drama and dancing. Mr. Tesfu Tesfat, an administrator of Berikh subzone, as well as Mr. Berhane Tuku, PFDJ secretary in the subzone, on their part, commending the national efforts the National Union of Eritrean Youth and Students conducting in empowering the youth, called the trainees to practically apply the knowledge they have gained and transform their socio-economic lives. Trainees also, on their part, expressed readiness to live up to expectations. We'll be back with international news. Stay tuned. A cyber attack disrupted the sale of heavily gasoline in Iran on Tuesday, state media reported, causing the long lines at gas stations across the country weeks before anniversary of 2019 street protests that followed fuel price hikes. Iran says it is high on alert for online assaults, which has blamed in the past on the United States and Israel. The United States and other Western powers, meanwhile, have accused Iran of trying to disrupt and break into their networks. The oil ministry said only sales with smart cards used for cheaper rationed gasoline were disrupted and clients could still buy fuel at higher rates. In the past, Iran has been targeted by a series of cyber attacks, such as one in July when the website of Transport Ministry was taken down by the state media said was a cyber disruption. These disruptions came ahead of the second anniversary of an increase in fuel prices in November 2019, which led to widespread street protests in which hundreds were reported to have been killed by security forces. China's largest shipping group has completed an additional 16% stake acquisitions in the Greek port of Piraeus, marking the first step in turning the port into a major international transit hub for products and service between Asia and Europe. From cruise ships to cargo and containers, Piraeus port is now the largest in the Mediterranean and one of the biggest in Europe. Greece's parliament approved the new contract, which gives the Chinese shipping company an additional 16% stake in the Piraeus Port Authority, taking its total share of ownership to 67%. Besides the increase in container capacity and cargo, the number of job openings in and around the port area are also increasing. Greece was the first country in the European Union to sign the Belt and Road Initiative to jointly advance the cooperation between the two nations. The port of Piraeus, south of Athens, is a flagship project of the BRI. Before we close for today's news, let's have a recap of the headlines tonight. Announcement from the Ministry of Health. Meeting on the role of community in development drives. Iran cyber attack causes widespread disruption at gas stations. China is looking to transform Greece's Piraeus port into the biggest harbor in Europe. That was all for tonight. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.